All right. So thank you, Benedine. Thank you so much, and thank you all. A warm welcome to you, and I welcome you to the Python Developer Bootcamp. This is a very important training that is going to shape your journey and give you direction in your tech journey. You are going to learn all that you need to fall in the right path and prepare for the future. So I welcome you all. I welcome you all. Warm welcome to you. Let me see. Welcome, Lucretia. Yeah, so we have some students here from West Africa, especially our data analyst students, not all our students, our data analyst and data science students, because next year we are getting into specialization and you need to deepen your skills in data science and data analytics. And Python is a very, very important language to help you do that. And so we have our data science students here, and we have new students here as well. So welcome all of you. And I believe you are ready to go through the journey and learn Python and prepare yourself for the future. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my screen and we will get right into today's activities. But we are happy to see you all and we are happy to welcome you. Let me share my screen right now and we'll get into the details. Okay, so, okay. All right, so this Python bootcamp is going to begin with an introduction to Python to let you know what Python is and why you should learn Python, why it is important to your career, and why it is important to your journey. And we'll take you through several features of Python and several reasons why you need to take Python seriously. And for everyone, especially those who are already students preparing for specialization, we have to deepen our understanding in Python and we have to know Python for real. Without doing any lookup, we need to be able to write code. We need to be able to use Python because Python is what is leading the world today. The advancement of AI and all that is happening in the world, Python is key in all of that. In several job fields and in several industries, Python is key. And so we have to learn Python really, really well. And I'm going to take you through some of the reasons, and we will do some quick demo in class today. And later on, we are going to have some work groups amongst us, and we'll be working on projects together within the class. All right, so this is me. My name is Darlington Yeboah Adams. I'm an educator. I love to teach. I'm a data scientist. I'm a full stack developer, and I'm into AI, ML, and of course, Python. I've been in the industry for 19 years now, and I got my first job late 2005 to early 2006. I've been working in serious companies like the #1 media house in Ghana. I'm in Ghana right now. I worked at TV3 for some years, and then I moved to set up my own business for some years, operated my business for some years, and I was recommended to be the webmaster for manjoonline.com. If you know manjoonline.com, is the #1 Ghanaian website in this country. So I was at my job online for several years, and then I moved into education. So for 9 years now, I've been teaching, and I love to teach. That's what I do. Our students know that I love to teach. I'm so passionate about teaching, and I love to teach, and this is what I want to do. So I want to welcome all of you to this class. You are going to learn a lot. Once you follow this course, you are going to get a whole lot of experience. I'm also the president and director of academy at Rita Africa and InfoSource Technology Institute. Yes, this bootcamp was originally designed to be run with InfoSource, but we have decided to run it under the umbrella of Rate Africa now, so that those who need admission will get admission when it's time. So on the 19th of December, you'll be having your Module 1 examination, which will be your assessment examination to get into the Rate Africa community. Rate Africa is a wonderful community, and we are here to help everyone achieve their dreams. Everyone achieve their dreams. We have students in all of our programs right now, and we are working hard each and every day. They are learning each and every day. And by next week, we'll see on our LinkedIn platform, we are going to see some of our students who are showcasing their certification and all of that. And so as you go through Rate Africa, you get training, you get certification. And after your training, you also get be part of our recruitment program to get opportunities. So this is a very powerful program we are running here at Rate Africa. And as you go through Rate Africa, you see some of our programs. We have software engineering, we have full stack web development, we have data analyst, and we have data science, we have cybersecurity, we have DevOps, we have cloud computing. All of these are our programs. I want to take you to a little bit of our history, and you will see part of our history. So the story of Rita Africa is an inspiring story. This is me right here. And the story of Rita Africa is one of vision and passion and unrelenting commitment to empowering Africa's brightest minds through technology. It began in 2015 in Accra, Ghana, where a 30-day intensive boot camp titled the 30-day intensive website design seminar laid a foundation for what has become a technological revolution on the continent. So we started in 2015, that is me teaching here. So in this bootcamp, we had 100 students, and we went through a website designing bootcamp, which lasted for 30 days. And after the 30 days, it was so powerful. You can watch this video to get more information about the bootcamp. So this is me here in 2015. You can see that I've changed a little bit. I don't know if I've changed at all, but this is me here in 2015. And it says that the initial success of that boot camp sparked, someone says, yes, you have. It sparked a broader initiative, and the boot camp evolved. Soon it expanded into multiple cities and all that. So right after the first boot camp, we started having several others. So you can see pictures from 2016. You can see students graduating. So these are students who are graduating from the boot camp and receiving their certificates and awards. Like this student here in November got a laptop for free. Over here, you see us here cutting a cake. Yeah, so when we started under the umbrella of, we started with the name Agape Harvest Institute, because when we started, my vision was to have a harvest across Africa. And the word agape, if you know what it means the love of God. So agape harvest meant reaching out to Africa with the love of God and through training. So it is it's an institution called Agape Harvest Institute. That is how we started. And Agape Harvest Institute was accredited by the National Vocational Institute in Ghana here. We had a lot of programs. You can see this student also receiving a laptop here. And we had several graduations on and on. Later, Agape Harvest Institute was rebranded to InfoSource Technology Institute. So we've had a lot of programs in our schools. You can see students in classes, you can see graduations, And you can see me in almost all these pictures over these years. And there are a lot of videos that you can watch about us and some of our training programs as well. And some of the existing students, those of you who have taken our hardware classes, you saw some of our classroom training. And over here, we were doing some PC engineering over here. This was one of the most defining moments in 2020. You could see that we just picked components, bare components on the board, and we assembled these components and were able to put together a computer, and it was working. It was amazing. Even in one of our graduations, we made the students demonstrate what we did with simple chips and components. We were able to put together a computer, and we connected it to a screen. It worked. We connected it to the internet as well. We did a whole lot. I don't know if my screen is visible. Can you see my screen? If my screen is visible, please let me know in the chat.
Yes,
If you
sir, your
can
screen
see
is
my
visible.
screen.
It
All
is.
right. All right. So yes. So in all, we've trained over 3,000 students, 3,000 students in all since we started in 2015. We set up branches. So we had a branch in Kumasi. This was our branch office in Kumasi in 2021. And we did a whole lot in 2022. You'll see us here. And in 2023, so in 2023, this was when the vision started getting shaped for Rita Africa. And this was one of the programs we organized in 2023 to teach about AI and cybersecurity and IT. So this ITI stands for InfoSource Technology Institute. And we had a wonderful program. So you can visit our website, get all this information, and all of that preparing for Rita Africa. So in 2024, early 2024, in March of 2024, we launched the amazing project of Rita Africa. And we have a number of students in our program, like Benedine and several other students. So that's a little bit about me. And I'm passionate about technology and passionate about training. And we are doing a lot, we are achieving a lot, and we are making progress little by little. We are making progress. All right. So, yes. So at this time, we want to continue. And I want you to follow us on LinkedIn and on YouTube so that all the updates we share, you'll get them so that you know how best to get the right opportunities and get well connected to the community. Rate Africa is a community. So our LinkedIn will be shared in the chat. Our LinkedIn, let me get it shared right now in the chat, and you follow us on LinkedIn to get updates on what we do, who we are, and how you can also benefit from this amazing program. A year by now, your life is totally going to be different. Your life is never going to be the same again. And you are going to feel the impact that Rita Africa has done for you. Yes, those who are here already, you can tell that we are learning and we are making progress. So with time, you are going to see the compound benefits and you are going to see how this training has transformed you. So I'm sharing our LinkedIn link in the chat. So just click on it, follow us on LinkedIn, and also I'll share our YouTube as well. Follow us on YouTube so that you are always up to date. You are not left out on anything. So this is our LinkedIn. So click on it and follow us on LinkedIn. I'm going to share our our YouTube channel. We have other social media platforms as well that you can join, but these are the main ones. So kindly follow us and get yourself up to date with everything we are doing. And by the time I'm done, I'm also going to introduce um, a wonderful person who will also be assisting you with certain things within this bootcamp. So on and on we go. So that's a little bit about me. I also want to know a little bit about you. So in the chat, I want you to type your name and tell us one reason why you are excited to learn Python. So in the chat, let me see your name. Tell us your name and tell us one reason why you are excited to learn Python. Let me see that in the chat. Let me see that in the chat. Let me see that in the chat. Tell us what your name, okay? Yes, and tell us one reason why you want to learn Python. So let me see the first person. The chat, just use the chat and type. I can see people typing. Someone says, my name is Juma from Kenya. I want to learn Python to change careers. Okay. Someone says, my name is Zephyrin Lontum Evans. It has rich data structures and libraries that are suitable for machine learning and data analytics. Wonderful. Someone says, Peter Okine from Ghana. The name sounds very familiar. I'm excited to know. I'm excited because I love to know more about machine learning. Rachel says currently a banker wants to change careers in cybersecurity. Lucretia to become proficient in data as a data professional. Mike from Kenya, Innocent, Mora from South Africa. I'm doing a transition to cybersecurity, so Python is part of the process. Hi there, Shelton. Here, I'm excited to learn Python because I want to learn more about data science and AI. Then from Kenya, beginning my journey in full stack web development. Chelsea from Nigeria, excited to learn Python to apply to cybersecurity. Talent, Sharambanye from Zimbabwe, passionate about AI. Indeed, AI is changing the world. Indeed, the world is changing. Indeed, a whole lot is happening. And this is a time for us to learn. This is a time for us to sit up. This is a time for us to gain real skills. All right. The time when we used to just know the names of things and mention the names of things, they are over. This is a time to acquire the real skills for the future because the future is here now. The world is advancing and technology is changing, growing rapidly. And the time has come for Africa to rise and meet up with the challenge. The time has come for us to do real things. The time has come for us to build real projects. All right. And I like what Benedine said, that the time has come for us to make Africa great again. So let's learn hard. Let's learn hard. We are not here to be mediocres. We are here to be real professionals, because opportunities are given to real professionals. Opportunities are given to real professionals. And if you learn hard and you gain the real skills, then doors will be open to you. All right? Doors will be open to you. The problem is that, or what I want to say is that it is not that we don't have jobs. It is not that we don't have jobs, but we need real professionals. If what you want to pursue, you learn hard and you gain the skills, then the doors will be open unto you. The doors will be open. All right. But if you don't have the skills, then you are going to be limited. You are going to be limited and you are only going to attract mediocre opportunities, little opportunities, and menial opportunities. But you have to be real. You need to have real skills. And I like the way some of our students are doing well. Benedine, Yampandi, you people inspire me a whole lot. All of you, you are learning hard. And I see that you people are working. You are serious. And the time has come for us to be real professionals, real professionals, real professionals, real professionals. In our fields, we have to be real. So let's get ourselves ready to get into coding. Let's adopt the coding skills. Let's adopt the knowledge we need to break through. Enough is enough, all right? Enough is enough. Yes, enough is enough. At this time, you probably should have been way ahead. You probably should have been somewhere so far away by now, but you are not there yet, but it is still possible. And you have a second chance, you have an opportunity to sit up and gain real skills. And real skills come from learning. Real skills come from learning. Today, when you sit down and you see the engineers designing ChatGPT, the engineers designing BARD at Google, and you look at engineers at Microsoft and the projects they are working on, you hear the names of these projects and you see people working on these projects, and you wonder whether you will be like them. You wonder whether they are also people like you. The answer is that yes, they are just like you. All right. The only reason that they are here today, understanding advanced concepts and building projects that are changing the world, is because they have compounded several years of learning. They have compounded several years of training. All right. They are not superhuman beings. They are just like you. Okay. And they have been learning year after year after year after year after year, because when you keep learning, it's like you begin to become very deep, and you begin to see far, and you begin to be able to understand more, you begin to be able to learn more and do more. So that is what has made them what they are. They didn't just get up and they started doing all these amazing things. Okay. They have been compounding years of learning. So it starts from the basics. It starts from the basics. So learn, open your mind, be ready. Be ready. There are people changing the world today. There are people changing the world today. And these people are doing incredible things. And we want to change the world. Okay. So to change the world, to make Africa great, to do great things, to transform Africa, we need to learn for real. We need to have the skills and build upon it. Build upon it, one skill after another. We keep on learning and building skills upon skills. We keep on building and building, and before you realize, your name is mentioned at great places. All right, your name is mentioned at great places. Okay, so I said that it's not because there are no jobs. It's because we are looking for professionals who are truly skilled, truly skilled. Okay, think about football. Which team will sack Messi or Ronaldo? I don't know which team will sack them. I mean, which team will not be happy? See how a whole country was so happy to get Ronaldo. So when you have the skills, you'll be sought after. Okay, don't be below average. Let's go beyond. Let's go beyond. It doesn't matter the past. It doesn't matter your background. Even if you have no background right now, even if you have zero experience right now, you can still begin. Like next year by this time, you attract your first opportunity. You keep learning. When you get a job, that's not the end. The job is not the destination. You continue learning and building upon it. And before you realize, you are so deep. So I can see most of you here. The next few years, you are going to be so great. You are going to be so great. Your names will be mentioned at great, great places. You are going to have a lot of opportunities. Later, we'll share pictures of success stories of seeing Yampandi in a great place, doing amazing things, working on incredible projects. We'll see Benedine, we'll see Frida, we'll see Paul, we'll see Timothy, we'll see all of you doing incredible things. You just have to keep on learning. Okay, don't be tired of learning. And what you don't know is you should fight for it, especially what is important and what is used in the industry and what is in line with your career. All right. So before we get into the lesson, I'm going to play a short clip about Python. And after the short clip, you know that I like playing clips. After the short clip, I will get into my lesson and we'll talk about the introduction to Python programming. And we'll talk about what we have for the day. So let me share my screen right now and we will watch this video.
Python, a high-level interpreted programming language famous for its Zen-like code. It's arguably the most popular language in the world because it's easy to learn, yet practical for serious projects. In fact, you're watching this YouTube video in a Python web application right now. It was created by Guido van Rossum and released in 1991, who named it after Monty Python's Flying Circus, which is why you'll sometimes find spam and eggs instead of foo and bar in code samples. It's commonly used to build server-side applications, like web apps with the Django framework, and is the language of choice for big data analysis and machine learning. Many students choose Python to start learning to code because of its emphasis on readability as outlined by the Zen of Python. Beautiful is better than ugly, while explicit is better than implicit. Python is very simple, but avoids the temptation to sprinkle in magic that causes ambiguity. Its code is often organized into notebooks where individual cells can be executed, then documented in the same place. We're currently at version 3 of the language, and you can get started by creating a file that ends in .py or .ipynb to create an interactive notebook. Create a variable by setting a name equal to a value. It's strongly typed, which means values won't change in unexpected ways, but dynamic, so type annotations are not required. The syntax is highly efficient, allowing you to declare multiple variables on a single line and define tuples, lists, and dictionaries with a literal syntax. Semicolons are not required, and if you use them, an experienced Pythonista will say that your code is not Pythonic. Instead of semicolons, Python uses indentation to terminate or determine the scope of a line of code. Define a function with the def keyword, then indent the next line, usually by 4 spaces, to define the function body. We might then add a for loop to it and indent that by another 4 spaces. This eliminates the need for curly braces and semicolons found in many other languages. Python is a multi-paradigm language. We can apply functional programming patterns with things like anonymous functions using Lambda. It also uses objects as an abstraction for data, allowing you to implement object-oriented patterns with things like classes and inheritance. It also has a huge ecosystem of third-party libraries, such as deep learning frameworks like TensorFlow, and wrappers for many high-performance low-level packages like Open Computer Vision, which are most often installed with the pip package manager. This has been the Python programming language in 100 seconds. Hit the like button if you want to see more short videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
All right. So Python, as we see it, is transforming the world. All that you hear in data analytics, in machine learning, in web development, Python is being used. Now, when you start learning, you may wonder how this connects to the reality of what is changing the world. But it is just because you are just beginning and you are not deep yet. All right? Python is something that when you are learning, especially as a beginner, you may not know how you are going to use it tomorrow. But trust me, it is one of the most powerful tools that once you master will make you for real and get you to your dreams in tech. If you have dreams in tech, you have to take this programming language seriously. Seriously. When you see people doing deep learning and AI and building transformers, large language models, you need to understand that they all started from the basics, learning the language. So what I'm going to say to you right now is that Python developers are rising stars. Python developers are rising stars. If you can hear me, Please type that in the chat for me. Please type that in the chat for me. Python developers are rising stars. If you learn this language, you are going to be a rising star. You are going to be a rising star and you are going to make it. Yes. Nigel says Python developers are rising stars. You have to learn this, all right? You have to learn it. You have to learn it. I know that you want next year to be better. I know that you want to achieve more in 2025. This could be the secret. Yes, you have to learn and learn well. Learn well. Your dream for AI, this is where it begins. This is where it begins. Your dream for data science, this is where it begins. Your dream for data analytics, software engineering, cybersecurity, this is where it begins. Python developers are rising stars and we are rising stars. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, Priscilla. Thank you all. All right. So Python is used in fields like data science. And if you want to do data science, it is going to be extremely difficult or almost impossible without Python. Okay. So this data science, this AI, this robotics, modern technology that you are hearing of, Python is at the heart of it. Python is at the heart of it. It's at the heart of it. Whether data analytics or data science, Python is at the heart of it. As a matter of fact, let me go online and let's do some research together, okay? I want us to do some real time research. I want us to research something together so that it's not like I am saying something to you. I want us to hear it ourselves. And so I'm going to ChatGPT and I'm going to ask a simple question, okay? This is a live research, okay? All right. So what is the most important skill needed for data analytics, okay? This is a question I'm asking. All right, let's see what it will say. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. So what is ChatGPT saying? Okay, you need some technical skills. What is on top? Please type, tell me in the chat. I didn't know what it was, it was going to say. What is on top? Please tell me. I don't know if you can see my screen. Okay. All right. So you see, sometimes when we say certain things, you need to understand how so important it is. If you want to be a data analyst, you need to know this Python well, okay? You need to know it, okay? So you start from the basics and then you move on to a place where you can start thinking in terms of functions. Creating functions should not be a problem. Creating functions should be something that you can just get up and do. Working with functions and creating functions, it shouldn't be a problem at all. Then you have to understand how to work with libraries. Okay, that is the level 2 of your training. After you have finished with level 1, understanding all the concepts, and in level 1 to you learn about libraries and all that. You'll be told the library to do this, to do that, to do that, to do that. You know all about them. But in level 2, you dive into the libraries. You dive into the libraries and you start exploring these libraries. Like pandas. These pandas we are talking about is an incredible library. After you learn Python, the language, then you take pandas as a course. Then you study pandas. That is where your analytics will come from. And when you add NumPy, then you've made it. You add Matplotlib, Seaborn, you've made it. This has prepared you already for data analytics and prepared you for data science and AI already. This data science and AI, these are the skills you need to begin with, okay? Let's change the prompt and let's type data science. Sorry. What am I been doing? Let me refresh. Okay. Sorry, this is what I'm supposed to type, but I want to create a new sheet. So let me click here. So let's say, what is the most important skill for data science? Okay. Sorry. Let's see. What is the first language? What is the first programming language here? Please tell me. I don't know about you. I didn't know what I was going to say. What is the first programming language here? Anybody? Python. Wow. So I'm not the one telling you right now. This is coming from the horse's own mouth. When I say the horse's own mouth, this is real. Okay. So this Python we are talking about, it is a key to getting you there. So when we say Python is important for data science, you have to understand that it is really important. Let's try some of the other careers. So let's try some of the other careers. Let's start with any of them. Let's just go to software engineering. So what are the key coding languages for software engineering that I should know about? Let's see. What is the number one? Please, what is number one? Please. I'm not the one telling you. What is the number one? Please tell me in the chat. Are you kidding me? Wow. Hmm. Okay. Wow. And software engineering covers web development and all that. Okay. And we know that for web development, purely building web applications, you need to start from HTML. But apart from that, you'll be told that Python is what you need. Let's go to cloud. Maybe you're interested in cloud. So what are the coding skills needed for a career in cloud computing? Let's see. So for cloud computing, what is the number one? I didn't know what it was going to say. Please. I had no idea what it was going to say. I'm I'm not the one manipulating this. This is real. Python. Wow. Wow. Let's try cybersecurity. Maybe what are the key coding skills needed for cybersecurity or needed for a career? Cybersecurity. Let's see. Ah, what is number one, please? What is number one? Anybody? I don't know if you are seeing this. I'm being shocked right now. You see, sometimes I praise Python. I tell people how important it is. But here we are doing a live research. You and I, we are here researching together, researching together. Ivan says Python. This is serious, okay? This is serious. And so the time has come for us to take things seriously. The time has come for us to learn. The time has come for us to develop real skills. So now when I tell you that Python is used in data science, in web development, you understand it. If you type web development, you see Python. Apart from HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, which are the children of web development, Python will be the next. Cloud computing, I've already done that for you to see. So when I tell you Python is used in the cloud, you have to understand that this is serious. If you want to be a real tech professional, you need to build the right foundation. The right foundation. In game development, Python. In AI, Python. Wow. AI, Python. Computer networking, Python. Automation, Python. IoT, Internet of Things, Python. So this tells you how Python is changing the world, how this programming language is at the heart of the global tech revolution. And for us to advance and go deeper and do real things and be ready for the industry and be ready to make an impact, we need to build a strong foundation. Please type that in the chat for me. A strong foundation in Python. A strong foundation in Python. Anybody, just put that in the chat for me. A strong foundation in Python. We need to build a strong foundation in Python. That is what you need. Yes. So don't play with it. I don't know about you, but I am very, very serious about advancing. I am very, very serious about making an impact. I am very, very serious about changing the world, doing great things, leaving a mark. And if you want to earn more, you need to learn more. Okay? You need to learn more. So Python is a high level, general purpose, and interpreted programming language. Python is a high level programming language. When we say Python is a high level programming language, what we are saying is that Python is easy to code in or is English-like. In tech terms, when we say high level, it means easy. It means the complexities are hidden. So this high level is written to highlight the concept of abstraction. When we say abstraction, it means that we've hidden complexities and you just have to operate it with easy functions. I gave an example of how telecommunication works. For a phone to make a call, it goes through a whole lot of processes. It goes through a lot of telecommunication, a lot of science, a lot of engineering. A whole lot goes on. A whole lot and several laws of physics and electromagnetic spectrum and circuit board and a whole lot of electronics and a whole lot goes through for you to successfully connect to another person at another part of the world. There's a lot of technology that makes that possible. But if you're a phone company and you create a phone and you allow your customers to go through all of those technologies and complexities, nobody can use your phone. Only 5 people in the world can use your phone. This means that only 5 people can buy your phone. And so tech companies uses what we call abstraction. Please type abstraction in the chat for me. When we say abstraction, what we are saying is that you hide all the complexities and just give simple interfaces that users and any user can easily use. Any user can easily use. All right. Any user can easily use. And so if you have a telephone, even if you are uneducated, you should be able to make a call. They tell you, press here, press here, press here, and the call will go through. This is what technology needs to be. If you want to turn on a light bulb, there's a whole lot of physics and a whole lot of engineering that goes through how a light bulb works. But because of abstraction, we say that we've hidden all the complexities. Just press a switch and the light will come on. So anybody should be able to do that. All right. So when we say Python is high level, it means that Python is high in abstraction in a way that the computer architecture behind it, a whole lot of engineering behind it, a whole lot of memory management behind it has been taken care of for you. And so just write your code in simple ways and it will get the results done. All right. The same way you can make a call and the call will go through is the same way that when you write the Python code, it's going to work. All right. Because when technology started, coding was done in machine code or machine language. So in machine language, you write your code in zeros and ones. And today, if we say we should write code in zeros and ones, only 5 people in the world can write code. That is a low-level programming language. All right. So with time, we've been trying to make coding easier. So from machine language, we had assembly language. On and on and on, we had C. And someone said, I can make C better. So let me make C better and say that mine is called C++. C++. So the plus plus is a coding, is code means increment by one. Okay. So C++ means that let's make C better. So we have a programming language called C. C++ is the improvement of C. Then on and on and on, we had several languages, on and on and on, and we had Python. Python is not a new language at all. We'll see when Python started. But with time, Python has been made to become very easy and it is adopted in every field, in every field, in every field. All right. That is why we say it is general purpose. Look at this in data science, Python, in data analytics, Python, in cloud, Python, cybersecurity, Python, software engineering, Python, in several fields, including accounting, Python. Even if you are not in IT, you need Python. So Python is high level, meaning it's English-like, easy to code. General purpose, meaning it is versatile. Please type versatile in the chat for me. Versatile. When we say it is versatile, it means that it is multi-purpose. It can be used for several things. And Python has become so great that it is being used for so many things. And what is running the world today? Okay. So what we need is to build that foundation so that we can move on and learn advanced things and become better. All right. All right. I'm seeing Marvelous here. Marvelous, are you a new student or you're already at Rate Africa? I don't know if you are our Marvelous or this is a new Marvelous. So let me see. As for Letitia, I know you very well. Okay. All right. So let's continue. When we say Python is interpreted, it is just telling you about the way that the computer reads the code. All right. So when code is written, when computer code is written, the code is being read by the system either through a compilation or all right. So Marvelous students already. All right. So we go through compiling or interpreting. Okay. So we have a tool called a translator, and the translator can either compile the code or interpret it. Some languages are compiled, like C++ is compiled, and other languages are interpreted. So Python is interpreted, not compiled. All right. And the reason why I'm saying this is that computers only understand one language. Computers only understand one language. Computers only understand one language. Let me show you the language computers understand. I'm going to show you the language that computers understand, and that is the only language that computers understand. Computers don't understand any other language. So after I explain it, I'm going to say something that will shock you, and you are going to wonder whether it is true, but it's true. So Python is an interpreted language. Python is interpreted. And let me tell you what I mean quickly, and we'll get into writing some code. So what we want to do is to build a real understanding in the programming language, build a real understanding in Python that we can truly apply in our fields. All right, so we already know and we've already heard that what you are seeing on the screen, this is called machine code or binary code. This is the only language that computers understand. Okay, computers don't understand Python. I said I'll say something that will shock you. Computers don't understand any other language apart from this. What do you mean? Yes, computers only speak ones and zeros. And if we want to create a program, we are supposed to create a program in ones and zeros in a way that the computer will understand. But this is hard and time wasting for people. So through abstraction, we have moved from here, because this is where it started from. We have upgraded ourselves to the level of Python where we write code in English. But then the English you are writing is going to go through a translator. That translator will convert your Python code to this before it can run on your computer. This is the reason why we use translators. And I mentioned that there are two types of translators. I mentioned compilers and what? Who can tell me the other one? Compilers and what? I mentioned two types of translators. I mentioned compilers, and then I mentioned what else? Anybody? Compilers and interpreters. Okay, thank you. So Python uses an interpreter, and so it is an interpreted language. Python is an interpreted language. So when we say high level, these are closer to human language and are easier to read, write, and maintain. Okay, so these are high level. High level means easy to write. Low level means closer to machine language or binary code, what I just showed you. And they provide more control over hardware because this particular language controls the hardware, the CPU directly. All right. So if you can write code in machine code, you can write directly to run on the hardware because the CPU processes it and follows its instruction. So all these languages like Java, C++, JavaScript, Python, the computer doesn't know about them at all. The computer hasn't even heard of them before. But they are languages that makes coding possible. So after our code, we give our code to A translator. And a translator will convert our code to machine code or machine language. All right, so you can see machine language here. That is the code I just showed you. From machine language, to make life easier, when we moved from machine language, we came to assembly language. So I told you that there are two types of translators. Let me tell you about the third one. We don't use it much today, but it is still available. It's called an assembler. Assembler is only used to compile assembly language. I'm not even supposed to say the word compile. I'm supposed to say translate. Okay, so assembler, please type assembler. Assembler, low level doesn't mean it is faster. It simply means it's direct. Today, Python is faster and better in every way. Okay, yes. Instead of spending 1 week to write code in assembly language, sorry, in machine code, you can use maybe less than 10 minutes to write in Python. All right, so we came to assembly language. We use assemblers to translate this to machine code. And for high level language, it means they are English-like, they are easy. Okay, so this is like C here, very easy. And you can write your code and then you compile it, and then it will become this before the computer will read it. All right, so Python is the fastest growing programming language. This is a fact that Python is the fastest growing programming language, and Python is powerful and excels in transforming ideas into solutions with clean and simple code. One good thing about Python, why the world has adopted Python, number one is its simplicity. Simplicity, how simple it is to write Python code. Very, very simple to write Python code. And number two, how clean it is. How clean it is. So Python is very clean and simple as compared to all the other programming languages. We are not saying that to do or to build bigger projects, we are just going to write one line of code and it's going to work. You still write your code to make it work. You still need to understand all the concepts, but it is very simple and so clean and so readable. When you are reading Python, it feels like you are just reading text. Yes, and with time, it's going to be easier and easier and easier. And now coding will evolve into just writing instructions in your own language. Yes, so we need to prepare and build ourselves for the future. So Python was created by Guido van Rossum. Please type his name in the chat for me. In the late 80s, and it was released in 1991. Was released in 1991. Was released in 1991. Tomorrow I'll let you hear from him. This man here, he was born in the Netherlands. He's a Dutch. He's in US right now. He works at Microsoft, and he created the Python programming language. These are the guys I'm talking about. How is it that someone is learning how to code and the person is finding it difficult, and another person is not just learning how to code, but creating a language? Wait a minute. Creating a programming language that the world will use to code. I mean, how do you get to such a level? It comes through learning, compounding years and years of learning, years and years of learning. These are the guys I'm talking about. You hear that Google is releasing this product, Meta is releasing this product, OpenAI is releasing this product, Microsoft is releasing this product, AWS is doing this and doing that and doing that. I don't know about you, but for me, when I hear these things, I feel something. What is it that these guys are learning? And I've done my research, and I was told that they achieved it through years and years of learning. When I say years and years of learning, I'm not referring to how long it would take. I'm talking about going deeper and deeper and building upon your skills and continuing your learning journey. Keeping on learning, and a time will come, you understand language design. A time will come, you understand neural networks, deep learning. You understand all these incredible things. So Guido van Rossum released Python in 1991. So my question is, if Python was released in 1991, how old is Python right now? I know you know your date of birth, so you can easily do the math. How old is Python? Let me see the first person to get it right. No, Python is not 23. Okay, Peter. The teacher is 33. I think I'll take that. Python is 33 years old. Okay, someone says 34. Are you sure? I think Python is 33. Maybe next 3 weeks we can say Python is, or next 4 weeks we can say Python is 34. For now, Python is 33 years old. 33 years? Are you kidding me? 33 years. Python is 33 years old. Wow. That's why I told you that Python is not a new language. It's been there, but has been evolving into one of the most popular and versatile language, known for its simplicity, readability, and extensive community support. So Python is supported by a community, a community, a community. Yes, the way Rita Africa is a community, Python is built today, is built by a community. So Guido van Rossum is not the one building Python alone today. Python is being built by a community. He has a decision in what we include and what we don't include. But all the time, they are releasing new versions of Python. Today, what we use, we call it Python 3. Already, it is 3 point something something. When you install your Python, you tell me the version that your Python is. But Python started from version 1, and we got to Python 2. I know a lot of people who were coding in Python 2. Today, Python 2 has been discontinued. We don't use Python 2 anymore. So all those people have learned Python 3. So all the Python we learned today is called Python 3. Please type Python 3 in the chat for me. Python 3. Wow. Tomorrow, I'll let you listen to Guido van Rossum, and you'll be amazed. And people like this should inspire you. They inspire me a lot. And I listen to how people have grown from being beginners to giants and changing the world. That is where we want to get to. At Rich Africa, that is where we are taking our students. That is where we want to get to. We want to keep pushing till we have made an impact on the global stage to make Africa great and bright. Yeah, yeah. This is why I keep learning. I keep learning every day. I keep learning every day. Python is versatile. We've already talked about that. It can be used for so many things. Python is cross-platform. It can create software that run on multiple platforms, such as desktop, mobile devices, and a variety of operating systems, including Windows, Mac OS, and various distros of Linux. I did research earlier this year of the top 5 programming languages in the world. And I use Google Trends. You can go to Google Trends and go and discover the interest in the top 5 programming languages over the past 5 years. So in Google Trends, you can actually set when you want to do your trending research. So I set my trend from 2019 to 2024, and I compared 5 languages. They are all here. The first one is here, Python, then Java, then C++ is yellow. C# is green and PHP is purple. So you can see the blue one here. What is the color of Python? Please tell me. What is the color of Python? You can see the time here. Python is blue. So you can see here how Python is very distinct from all the programming languages. All right. So this is data visualization telling you the trends of interest in Python. So you can just go and do your own research and discover the trend. And today I'm happy I did a live research. So it's not like I went to do something and I created it myself. This is real because this chart is real because the legend here is from the system. Okay. Everything is real. I typed this here. I drew this arrow, but everything else is real. I typed this text here, but everything else is real. Python is used in the web development, networking, databases, scientific computing, machine learning, education. We've mentioned all of this. Python is fast, provides fast development, code reusability, cross-platform, built-in data structures, extensive libraries, object-oriented, easy prototyping, easy compatibility, high-level language, and wide support. Python developers are earning between an average of 76,000 US dollars a year in the US. So if you get a remote job as a Python developer, so what we are saying is that Python in itself alone is a career. Once you build your skills in Python and you become good in Python alone is a career. Apart from that, it is a key skill for various tech careers. So you can be a Python developer and get a job in Python development. So what you achieve after mastering Python, you expand your career prospects, earn high salaries, understand programming principles, read, write, and understand Python code, develop real-world solutions with Python, and excel in your chosen field. Excel in your chosen field. Unlock limitless career opportunities. So this is what Python does for you once you master it. So my message here is that you have to learn Python. You have to master Python. All right. What we'll do right now is that we are going to take a 10 minutes break. When we return, we are going to do some demo. I will do something and all of you will be able to do yours. So get your machines ready, get your Python, your PyCharm open and ready because you're also going to do yours and I'm going to ask you to share your screen. Let's see what you've done. And we are going to start with some simple demos today. Tomorrow we'll go deeper and deeper and deeper and we are going to learn Python. Are you excited? If you're excited, let me know in the chat. If you're excited, let me know in the chat. Yes. Okay. So, all right. So Ivan says, I'm very excited. Peter said, I'm very excited. Brighton is excited. Cynthia is excited. Wonderful. Tato is excited. Thank you all. So we are taking a short break. Let's stretch. When it's break time, please get up from your seat, stretch 10 minutes. Just make sure that your computer is ready. And after the break, we will continue. Thank you very much. All right. So welcome back. Welcome back from the short break. I hope you got up from your seat, you were able to stretch, and you are ready for what we have next. Today we'll be closing quite early. Tomorrow we will continue with the rest of the training. And where we are now, we want to do some quick demo. And to talk about demo, there is no need for demo because, I mean, I'm saying that because most of the platforms we know are built with Python. Python is used for data science, large language models. So if you've heard of ChatGPT, Python was built, the GPT behind ChatGPT was built with Python. And even Llama stands for large language model from Meta AI. So Llama, Meta's LLM or AI that you see in your WhatsApp. I don't know if you've used that AI in your WhatsApp before. Have you used it before? Let me know in the chat. Have you used Llama before? Have you used Llama before? The AI in your WhatsApp? Yes, so that is Python. YouTube has Python in several of its components. So most of the systems we use today are built with Python. Python is so powerful, and Python is really making a lot of difference. And talking about large language models and chatbots and all of that, I'm going to demonstrate a little chatbot. And in my first bootcamp, I demonstrated it. So I want to demonstrate it again. And next time I'll demonstrate something else. And I have a number of things I can demonstrate, but because of time, I'll just demonstrate one. And I've personally used Python for so many things. Okay, so many things. There was a time I got a huge opportunity for a certain contract, and I had to meet a panel for an interview. So by using Python and also using AI, I was able to pre-imagine the questions I was going to be asked. So what I did was to write all the questions down and also to find the right answers prepared for the interview. And I use Python to build a system to test me. Okay. I use Python to build a system to test me. So I asked Python to interview me at random. I use Python to build that system. So when I run my application, then the first question will come. Then I will answer it, give the answer to my program. Then my program will test me and say, you got it wrong or you got it right. Then it will tell me the correct answer because I had programmed the correct answer as well. So it helped me to memorize. Okay, 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 okay. Then next question. Next question, it will shuffle through all the questions and give me one. So I use that to learn in a way that when the day came, I was ready. It doesn't matter the question you ask me, I know the answer. I know the right answer. And I got a huge opportunity. I use Python to do that. Python is so wonderful. So if you have a serious project, an examination, an interview, visa interview, whatever, you can use Python to build a small program to test you, and you can build it to be random. So it's not like you are chewing and pouring. So you write the answer. If the answer is not correct, then your program will tell you that it's not correct. This is the right answer, so that you learn it again. So you use that to prepare, and you'll be ready. All right. So I'm going to demonstrate a simple chatbot, and after this chatbot, I'm just demonstrating a simple chatbot. And after that, we will write a simple code that we will all write. I'll just write something simple. I mean, very, very simple. And then you also write the same. Also write the same. All right. So let me share my screen. Let me share my screen right now. And okay, so let me know if you can see my screen. Let me know if my screen is visible. Let me know if my screen is visible. Okay. Thank you very much. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to just launch my terminal here. And with this terminal, I'm going to check my version of Python. I think it's been a long time since I installed Python. Let me see. Python dash dash version and 3.12.4. Please check your Python version and put it in the chat for me. Check your Python version, put it in the chat for me. Just open to your terminal and check your version. If you have already installed it, you were given the details to install it, so I'm sure everyone has installed it. So please, if you have, let me know. All right, so 3.13. Okay, yours is more advanced than mine. Yours is more advanced. That's good. Let me see any other. Okay. All right. Wonderful. All right, so let's continue. Okay. Hey, I can't believe mine is advanced than some of you. You didn't download the latest version of Python, or you had it long ago. All right, that's fine. And if you have not installed it, follow the installation guide. So this is Python 3, and Python is installed. So let me clear everything here and move to drives D. And let me CD into my projects and also CD into my Pi project and also CD into my chatbot project. Okay, now let me clear and let the fun begin. I can't believe my Python is more latest than some of you. I installed my Python like a long time ago. All right, so I'm going to launch my chatbot. So I'll say pi.chatbot.py, and this is my chatbot. I said chatbot with GPT-2. Actually, I've not implemented GPT-2 yet, but that was the intention. So it says that, hello, I'm a chatbot here to chat with you. Type exit to end our conversation. So if I want to end, I can type exit. But right now, I just want to say hi. And let's see. So this system here, I built my own. The idea was to build my own chat GPT. So I wanted to implement GPT into it, but I have not yet. So this is pure Python coding. Yes. So let me say, how are you? He said, as a chatbot, I don't experience emotions, but thanks for asking. Okay. Let me see, what's your name? Oh, this was so fast. It says, I'm not sure how to. Okay, so let me see, what is your name? Okay, so I said, I haven't been given a name, but I'm here to chat. Okay. Let me ask it a question like, what is Python? And it says Python is a versatile programming language for web development, data analysis, artificial intelligence, and more. Okay, let me see. Were you created with Python? Say yes, I was created with Python. My creator is Mr. Darlington Adams. Do you know who that is? That's me. So I'm going to ask, who is Mr. Darlington Adams? And he says that Mr. Darlington Adams is a senior Python developer, a data scientist, and machine learning engineer. Okay, that's nice. That's me. All right, let me ask you another question. What is Python used for? Okay. Then it says that Python is a high-level interpreted programming language known for its simplicity and readability. Okay. Are there job opportunities for Python developers? It says yes, Python developers are in high demand across industries due to the language versatility, widespread adoption. Python is used in various industries, including technology, finance, healthcare, and entertainment, leading to a high demand for skilled Python developers. Wow. So last time I said, tell me a joke. And it says that, did you hear about the first restaurant to open on the moon? What? It had a great food, but no atmosphere. It had great food, but no atmosphere. Okay, so that's a joke. That's a joke. Let me say another joke. Why should you never trust the stairs? Because they are always up to something. Okay. So the stairs are always up to something. Okay, that's fine. So I'm just going to say thank you and say you're welcome. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask, and I'll say goodbye. And to say goodbye, it was nice talking to you. So I just built this. It's a simple thing. It's nothing with Python. I mean, this is nothing at all compared to all the incredible things out there. This is nothing. But what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to share my screen, and we are going to launch our IDE for this bootcamp. We are going to use PyCharm. Please type PyCharm in the chat for me. If you can see my screen, type PyCharm, PyCharm, PyCharm. Let me see who can type PyCharm. Okay, so Cynthia got it. So I hope you have PyCharm installed. And if you have PyCharm installed, then you are ready for the bootcamp. If you don't have PyCharm installed, you are not ready for the bootcamp. So what I advise is that you install PyCharm and get yourself ready for the bootcamp. All right. All right. So this is what we are going to do. If you have your PyCharm here, you can click on this project folder. I have a lot of projects here, but you can right click here and say new and go to Python file. And I'm going to do this. I'll ask you to do it and show me. So we will just create a file called hello.py. And remember, anytime you create a Python file, the Python file needs to end in .py. So at least this is the first thing you are learning about Python. Python is .py. If you create a py, it's .py. If you create a notebook, it's going to be .ipynb. So hit enter and your hello.py opens. Hello.py opens. So once you have this open, we are just going to write the welcome code that everybody writes. Everybody knows this. So we'll just say print hello world. And what we are going to do is that we are going to run it and we are going to see hello world here. Let me make this capital W, run it again, and I have hello world. So hello world is like what everybody writes if you want to the world that you are now into the world of Python. So tell the Python world that hello world, I'm also here. So this is simple. This is simple. This is simple. I want to see those who have never written code before. You've never written Python code before. Let me see in the chat. You've never, ever, ever, ever written Python code before. I don't know why Bernardine was laughing. You've never written Python code before. If you don't have PyCharm and you have VS Code, use VS Code, but please install PyCharm, okay? So I have a number of people who have never written Python code. So if you've never written Python code before, do what I've done, open to your IDE. Oh, okay, Bernardine. And then create a file called hello.py and type print hello world and run it. If it works, then today you've written your first Python code. Let me know when you are done and I will let you share your screen. So it's time to work. Let's all get busy. This bootcamp, we are going to be working. Yes, so write your code right now. This should take you just 5 minutes and I'm going to let you show your work. So I'm waiting for you. Let me stop sharing. I just hope you can remember how to write your code. So write your own code and in 5 minutes, you show us your work. So please start work. Everybody should write it. Everybody should write it. Yes, we are going to do a lot of practical. So please write your Python code right now. And I'll ask you to share your screen and show me. So I'm letting you work. I'm giving you just 3 minutes more. I want to see those who are done. If you are done, you type done in the chat for me. Type done in the chat for me. And I'm more particular about those who have never written code. So those of you who are experts already, I know that it won't take you 1 minute, cry. So I'm waiting for those who have never written code. Okay. Someone is now installing PyCharm. Okay. So Ima, Mauli, Elvis, Selena, Zeph, I want to see your work. Okay, Abel is done. I think I want to see Abel's work. And those that I'm mentioning, when you are done, please raise your hand in the Microsoft Teams. I didn't say raise your physical hand, please. All right. So I'm going to see your work and then you showcase. So Evans is done. So Evans, you are going to share your screen right now. Raise your hand again, Evans. All right. So Evans, share your screen right now and let's see what you've done right now. Let's see. Let's see what you've done, Evans. I'm also waiting for Ima, Mauli, Elvis, Selena, Zeph. I want to see your work. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So you ran it. Hello, boy. That's beautiful. Let's clap for Evans. Let us put our hands together for Evans. Let's acknowledge him. You've done very well. You've done very well. Everybody clap for Evans. That's your first Python code. Wow. I can feel already that you are making progress. I can feel that you are making progress. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. All right. So let me see from our newbies. Okay. Abel, yes, feel free to use VS Code. You can use VS Code, no problem. You can use VS Code. You can use VS Code, but please install PyCharm, okay? Install PyCharm. And Ima, Mauli, Elvis, Selena, I'd like to see any of you who is done. You can raise your hand and we'll see what you've done, okay? We'll see what you've done. So I just want to let you do your first work. And after you do this, I'm going to give you a quick exercise right now. Then you do it right now, and then we'll be wrapping up. So, Ima, are you ready? Any of the names I mentioned, please raise your hand. Let me see what you've done. I want to see one of you, those who have never written Python code before. I want to see your work, please. This is where Python greatness begins. Just writing this code. That's all I'm asking for. So let me hear from you, and I will give everybody a simple exercise now that we'll do in the next 5 minutes again. Then we'll be wrapping up today's class. Okay, so we are going to be having some groups in this class, and we are going to have some group projects, group discussions. Most of the groups will be led by our existing students, and you'll be working on projects. There are certain days that you will begin your small group meeting for 30 minutes before the class begins because of what we'll be learning. You work on the project for 30 minutes, or you have a discussion for 30 minutes. After that, you join the main class. So a lot is going to happen. We'll be giving you more information tomorrow and all that. So the names I mentioned, let me see anyone who has been able to do something right now. Yes, so raise your hand. If you want to share, raise your hand. Raise your hand. I didn't say raise your physical hand, please. Go to Microsoft Teams, click on raise. All right. So, okay, Peter, please, have you written Python code before? You can unmute your mic and tell us if you've written Python code before. Okay, so Kai has written some before, no problem. Please share your screen. Share your screen. You've been enabled to share your screen. Let me see. Okay, so Brighton is ready. Okay, Brighton, have you written Python code before? Okay, all right. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's wonderful. Let's clap for him. Peter, let's clap for Peter. Well done, well done, well done. All right, all right. Let's clap for him. All right, so this is what we are going to do right now. I want you to write a simple Python script that will print your name and a fun fact about you. Zeph, raise your hand. Let me see Zeph's work. Zeph, raise your hand first. Then I'll allow you. If I don't allow you, you can't do it. So raise your hand. Okay. So you will go ahead and Zeph, please share your screen and show us your work. Please share your screen now. You can share your screen now. At the top right corner, you see share. Click on it and you can see screen or window. You can share your entire screen. All right. So this is Brighton. Yeah, let's see your work. All right. That's wonderful. Okay, so Zeph, I want to see Zeph. Let's put our hands together for Brighton. Congratulations. Congratulations. Brighton. Congrats. Congrats. All right. So Zeph, let's see your work. You know, these people are now beginning, and so we need to support them. We need to congratulate them for the little progress they've made. So at least today you've written your first code and it is good. For us seniors, we feel like, oh, this is small, but it's not small. For me personally, this is not small at all. I am impressed actually. So Zeph, please go ahead and share your screen. Just share your screen. All right. So this is what I want you to do. Write your name on one line and a fun fact about you on another line. Okay, something interesting about you on another line. And then run it and let's see. All right. So Zeph, I'm waiting for you. Write your name and something interesting about you. All right. So I've given you the exercise. Everyone should do it. Write your name and something interesting about you. All right. So if you are done, you raise your hand and you share your screen. I'll allow you to share your screen. Your name and something interesting about you. So Tato is ready. Let's see your screen, Tato. Tato, your name sounds like South African. I don't know if you're from South Africa. So, okay. So, Tato, please share your screen. Yeah, South Africa. That's great. Okay. So, go ahead and share your screen. At the top right corner, you see share. Click on it and click on window or screen. Okay. Okay. All right. Anyone else, whoever has finished, you can just raise your hand. We'll be closing the next 5 minutes. Anyone else who is done? Okay. So Brighton is done. Okay. Okay, Peter is also done. Okay. So Brighton, go ahead and share your screen when Tato is ready. Tato will share his or her screen. Sometimes you hear some names and you feel like, this is female. Then before you realize it's male. So I don't know whether to say he or she. Tato, are you he or she? Oh, Tato is she. Okay. It happens to me every time. Okay. So Kind Peter says, is it Brighton? Brighton says, I love traveling. That's good. I also love traveling. I enjoy traveling. Yes, that's wonderful. Good to know. Good to know. That's wonderful. Well done. Well done. Well done. All right. So I can see new names. Um, Let me allow Priscilla and Innocent. Just share your screen. Let's see what you've done. You've done well. We are proud of you. Just share your screen. Whoever is ready to share, just share. And let's see what you've done and learn something about you. And because um, we cannot all share our screens, let's type or copy and paste the fun thing about ourselves in the chat so that we will see them. So if you are done, just paste. Yeah, so for the PyCharm, download the community edition, okay, please. Download the community edition. Don't download a professional edition. Download community, because if you download commercial, the professional edition will be charged. You'll be billed. So please paste your fun fact in the chat. And those that have enabled, please share your screen. Let's see what you have. Priscilla, Innocent, okay. So Innocent, let's see your work. Okay, okay. So please paste your code. I like that. So how Peter did it. Paste your Python code in the chat, okay? Just paste your Python code. Hey, Priscilla, is that you? Priscilla says that the fun fact about me is that I'm scared of the dark. Oh, okay. All right. Priscilla, where are you from? Where are you from, Priscilla? Okay, so please paste your Python code in the chat. Paste your Python code in the chat. If you like to add your country to it, fine. I like to know your country. I like to see how you write your code. So paste your code in the chat. Let me read it. So I've seen Innocence code. My passion, experimenting with new things. So Priscilla, you did so well. I'm proud of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. So Innocent, I like your code. Your code looks matured. Okay, so please post your code in the chat now, and then I will just see some of them before we end the session. All right, just copy the code and paste it. So Ivan says that I love traveling, and wherever there is a zip line activity, I don't hesitate to embark on the experience. Okay. Then Benjamin says, my name is Ben. I'm a Kenyan. I love rugby. Okay. All right. Prisla, South Africa. Wow. That's wonderful. Africa, we are one. We are the same. We are brothers and sisters. Greater Africa has taught me that we don't have much differences like I thought previously. Previously, I thought we were very, very different, but we have a lot in common. Yeah, we have a lot in common. All right. So thank you all very much for joining this class. So we have more announcements to give you tomorrow. Please make sure you join the class early tomorrow. We'll start on time, and we started the training. We are going to go deeper tomorrow, and we are going to learn a whole lot. Tomorrow, I introduce some key people to you as well, and we have a lot to do. So let's be ready. Let's get our environment set up. Let's be ready to code. Let's be ready to learn, and let's be ready to succeed in this field. And already you've seen why you should learn Python and how Python is changing the world. So thank you all. Goodbye to you. Thank you all for joining. I know for some of you it's very late in your countries, but you are here because you are serious about learning, and we appreciate that. We respect that. We love that. Keep it up, and congratulations to you all. I'll see you in the next class tomorrow. Let's clap for one another. You've all done well. Let's clap for ourselves. Let's clap for ourselves. You've all done very, very well. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay. So let's have a good evening, and we'll meet again tomorrow. All the best. Good night, and bye-bye.